Good morning, everybody. This is day number, 38 of our Appalachian Trail through hike. Dad and I are in Shenandoah National Park today. And you might be thinking, if you haven't watched the previous video, what in the world are you doing in Shenandoah National Park? We came home this past Sunday for Mother's Day. I've shared with you all before that I'm a pastor, and I've been in my church for a little over 20 years. And in that 20 years, I think maybe on one occasion have I been able to be home with my brother and sister with my mom. So it just so happened that my sister-in-law, Becky, was in Pigeon Forge with her family this past weekend with her mom for her birthday and Mother's Day. And so she grabbed Dad and I and brought us home. And our plan was to stay home a couple days. I have, for Mother's Day, first of all, to be with Mom, but I have sprained my MCL in my right knee. And it was giving me a lot of trouble. I stayed off of it for about 2 days. And I'm using KT tape to try to fix it. And that's helped me tremendously. So I'm feeling a lot better. I also we walked 18.8 miles our last day in the Smokies. Only 17.6 of that actually counted. 1.2 of that was out to Camerton Fire Tower because it was 0.6 each way. And had a real severe down coming out of Smokies. And I have also bruised severely 3 toenails on my left foot. And I was having a lot of trouble walking because of my left foot and my right knee. So rehabbing that stuff for a couple days. And our plan was to go back to the basically Davenport Gap, a little short, to the I-40 Pigeon River crossing there today, and to be starting today. But I don't know if you've heard, there's a gasoline shortage, and where it's affecting is right where we are and are trying to go. There's stations all around my dad's home here that are out of gas, and throughout Virginia. So he and I were reluctant to try to make that trip because of the gasoline shortage. So we thought the best decision would be just to put some miles in next couple days here in Shenandoah National Park because it's close, and until we see what happens with this gasoline shortage. So that's why we're in Shenandoah National Park. That's a lot to tell you. I'm sorry to take so much time to do that. But so we're hiking today here, going to make miles. Going to do about 13.8 miles today in Shenandoah National Park. It's chilly today. It's like 46, and all I have is a pair of shorts on and a short sleeve shirt. So I'm going to get moving because I'll heat right up, and it's perfect hiking weather when you're moving. So I'll show you some pictures going down trail today, and of things that are going on with us here. I'll try to get some, if there's views, I'll show them to you. But we'll show you flowers and different things. I tell you, for me, one of the most beautiful things to see on the trail is flowers and plants and things like that. So I'll try to do a better job showing that to you as well. But anyhow, that's why we're in Shenandoah. Today's day number 38, as I said. I'm so glad you're with us, and it's cool to have folks watching along. You know, being back here in Shenandoah National Park, boy, it just reminds me so much of my childhood. These woods, you know, if you were to drop me blindfolded, you know, into the middle of this and ask me where I was, I think I could tell you either Virginia or West Virginia. It just looks so much like what I grew up in. Something that was really important to my family, to my brother and I and my dad and my grandfather and uncles when we were young, was hunting. And boy, spent so many hours out in the woods, and walking through these just reminds me so much of my childhood, you know. And I think that's a beneficial thing for us to reflect on the good days of our life. You know, so often we think about terrible negative things, worries and stuff like that. And I ask you, what good has it done us to obsess about that? I don't know. Maybe you need to look at some old pictures today or walk down memory lane, but boy, I am. And I'm thankful for the childhood that I had. And I'm so thankful to be out here with my dad. What a wonderful thing for us to do together. So anyway, if you've never been to Virginia, to the Blue Ridge or West Virginia, I'd encourage you to go. Beautiful place. It's neat the things you come upon out in the woods. This is right off Skyline Drive, and it's an old foundation for something. I don't know what sat here. Probably if I look at a park map, it might tell me, but a home or building of some sort sat out here in the woods. Boy, time changes everything, doesn't it? It's amazing. Looks pretty level. Whoever did it looks like did a pretty good job. So anyway. All right, everybody. I've just hiked up the top of Mount Marshall, which was a little bit of an up, not terrible, but I wanted to show you how to get off the trail a bit. The view from up top of here. Hang on just a second. So beautiful. And if you stay on the trail, you wouldn't be able to see it. But oh man, that is gorgeous. And it's only about 25 yards off the trail to see this, so definitely worth it. Man, wait till you see this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful view. Outstanding. Outstanding. What about this? Beautiful. That road there is Skyline Drive that you can see in Shenandoah National Park. But just a beautiful view up here today. I bet in the fall this would just be gorgeous. And if you want to hike this to here, it's 5.4 miles, well, probably 5.6 to this spot from Compton Gap parking lot. And you get a great view, so maybe you would want to check that out sometime.
Brothers and sisters, lay your burdens down. All your worries, bury them in the ground. For your satisfaction is guaranteed. Come to the river and wash your body clean. and fathers, teach your children well. Tyrants and sinners, drinking from the well. For your consolation is before you free. Come to the river and wash your body clean. For your
Hey everybody,
consolation,
I'm almost done for the day, and out here you get a chance to do a lot of thinking. And Mother's Day was this past Sunday, and was so blessed to be with my mom.
wash your body.
For as I said earlier, over 20 years I've been gone from her and missed a lot of Mother's Days. And the ability to be able to be with her for this Mother's Day was outstanding. I couldn't, I'm surrounded by such outstanding women. I couldn't have, and I know most people feel so strongly about their moms, but it isn't possible for me to have had a better mother than what I have. And I'm so thankful for my mom. I'm blessed with a godly mother-in-law. A lot of people have adversarial relationships with their mother-in-law or father-in-law, and I'm the opposite of that. I'm convinced my wife might get mad. They like me as much as they like her. My mother-in-law just come through multiple myeloma treatment and battled it, man, with the grace of God, and is cancer-free. But she's just again, I could not have picked, if I were given the opportunity, somebody who would be a better mother-in-law than what I have in Norma. I'm so blessed with my sister-in-law, Becky. I don't know that Becky's always appreciated me because I'm a joker, but she's always loved me. And such a wonderful mother to her children, her two kids, her daughter Ruby and son Brant. And, this past week, when we needed her, to give us a ride home, she came by herself, drove an hour nearly, and got my dad and I, and just poured out her affection and help for us. I'm so thankful for Becky. And I'm blessed with just an awesome sister, Mercy. She didn't have kids of her own, but she's mothered my kids and my brother's kids and loved them. And I'm convinced that they like her better than they like me. But I'm okay with that because it's predicated upon love. And my sister, when she has a child someday, will be an outstanding mother. But the woman who has been the most influential in my life, it isn't my mom. I don't say that to insult my mom. But the Bible says a man should leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. And my wife has made such an impact on my life. All the editing of these videos has been done by her. I don't do it. She does it all. I just send her the raw material. She calls me, she FaceTimes me, she texts me, she takes me places. She's keeping things running at home. She cried when I told her I wanted to do this. And then she came back to me, a few days later, and she apologized. And she flipped like a switch and threw herself completely behind this. But I'm not shocked at that. When I was I got married when I was 19. My wife was 18. And we were just kids. We had no business getting married. But we were in college, and every Friday night, I tell my church this story just to illustrate her love for me. Every Friday night in college, we would get Papa John's pizza. And we didn't have any money. We were poor as church mice. And I looked forward to it, you know. I loved Papa John's. Years later, the kids were with, I think, her mom or something. And I said, hey, babe, let's, it was a Friday night or something. Let's get some pizza. She said, sure. I said, let's get some Papa John's. She said, I hate Papa John's. I said, what do you mean you hate Papa John's? We ate Papa John's every Friday night in college. She said, Aaron, I ate Papa John's in college, and I hated it then. But I ate it every Friday night because I knew you wanted it. And that, folks, has been the epitome of our marriage. She's been the most giving, loving wife I could have ever wanted. And been the best mother to her children that they ever could have wanted or could have asked for. And the hardest part about me being out here, missing people, but no. Hardest part's missing her. So if you're a husband, love your wife. If you're a wife, love your husband. The Bible says he that finds a wife finds a good thing, and he obtains the favor of the Lord. I certainly have with my wife, Tricia. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to wax, philosophical or something out here on a hiking video, but I don't apologize for it. Because when I hike, this is the stuff that's going through my mind. I hope you have a good day. And I hope your marriage is strong. If you're not married, I hope you find a strong marriage partner. And go hug your mother. Go hug the ladies in your life that have helped make you who you are. Well, hello again, everybody. I am at my mom and dad's. We, as I said to you, we've been hiking here today because of this gasoline shortage. We've heard of a bunch of stations in the area that are out of gas. Now, we did get word that the pipeline is back in operation, but it's going to take several days to return to normal, everything. We stopped at a station in Front Royal on the way home. And they were out of gas about 10 minutes before we got there. The truck had filled them up. So we filled the van up and then just came on home. So anyway, I know you don't want to hear about the gas saga, but that's why we're here still in West Virginia. And Virginia. We're going to hike for a couple more days here and then head back down to Davenport Gap, that area, and start back north. Just going to make sure the gasoline situation is going to straighten out. We hiked 13.9 miles today from Compton Gap, which is like mile 10.4 on Skyline Drive, down to, I think it's Jerry's Run Trail. It's a little spur that has a parking lot that comes into the Appalachian Trail, and that's around like it's Elk Wallow Wayside. It's their picnic area. It's kind of where that spur is. So we ended up doing like 13.9 miles today, and did good. Had a great day. Beautiful weather. I was a little chilly, and that's crazy because I'm always hot-natured. But I don't know what's happening to me. I was cold. So I'll probably take a jacket tomorrow because it'll probably be the same temperature. But passed quite a few through hikers. And man, by this point in Virginia, these are the people that are going to make it. They've come nearly 1,000 miles. So they're sitting probably around 950, 940. So anyway, we passed quite a few through hikers today. Dad ran into a ridge runner. I didn't see him. I don't know how I missed him, but I didn't see him. But a real good guy, lives there in the park. And they do a great job taking care of the trail. I'm just so thankful for everybody that works to do it. So, but we had a good day. Our plan tomorrow is to do, I think, 14.9. So today was basically a 14-mile day. Tomorrow would be a 15-mile day. So we're going to try to keep our miles around 14, 15 every day if we can. Because now that we've got our legs working, we got to focus on getting to Katahdin. So that's our goal. So just thankful to be here with my family. It's a blessing to live so close to the trail, my mom and dad, and to be here. So feeling pretty good tonight. Just an update on my knee. It did a lot. I used kinesiology tape, KT tape they call it, and that seemed to help a lot. So I'm thankful for that. I think I've sprained my MCL. I just think it's like a grade 1 sprain. But my toes, man, I got 3 toenails on the left foot that they're bruised really badly. And my right big toe now, today, feels bruised really badly. So I got to figure that out. But anyway, so that was today. So I hope you're doing good. And thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoyed all the views we saw today. We showed you quite a few. So hopefully those were cool for you too. We'll try to get you some tomorrow. Have a good evening.